Hello students. So in the previous video we talked about velocity, and before that we talked about uniform motion, uniform velocity, and we also talked about instantaneous velocity. We also saw two of the numericals that was related to distance and displacement, and now we are moving on to another physical quantity, that is acceleration. Okay, so you have somewhat heard about this acceleration. We will talk about that in a bit, but first we understand what is acceleration, and in order to understand acceleration we will go back to uniform motion. If you remember, what was uniform motion? Uniform motion was when an object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time. So suppose an object is moving from point A to point B. When we check the motion of the object at equal intervals of time, let's say over here, after 0 seconds when the object has started its journey, we can say that at this point after 5 seconds it has covered 10 meters, after 10 seconds it has covered 20 meters, after 15 seconds it has covered 30 meters, after 20 seconds it has covered 40 meters, and after 25 seconds it has covered 50 meters. In all these cases we see that the object is in uniform motion, and if the object is in uniform motion we know that the object's velocity is also constant. If you remember, we talked about constant velocity, and if the object is in constant velocity or uniform velocity, then the object is also in uniform motion. So over here the object is in uniform motion, and that is why its velocity is also constant. At any point we check, for example at the first point velocity, it is displacement, that is 10 upon 5, we get the answer as 2 meters per second. 5 2's are. In the same way at second point we see it is 20 meters upon 10 seconds. Once again we get 2 meters per second. In the same way in the third case, if we see 15 2's, so in all the cases the velocity is 2 meters per second. You can see in all the cases velocity is 2 meters per second. Over here 40 and 20, once again 2 meters per second. So I can draw this graph or this diagram once again, demonstrating A to B. Like at first interval the velocity is 2 meters per second, at second interval again 2 meters per second, third 2 meters per second. You get the idea. So this is the object in uniform motion. But let's see another object that is also passing from point A to point B. And when we are looking at the same time intervals are not changing. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, time intervals are not changing. But if we see, so another object, let's say this is object O that is moving in this direction, and there is another object O dash that is also moving in this direction. So at first time interval at 5 seconds the object is covering 2 meters per second. It is having velocity of 2 meters per second. But at the second interval, let's say that the velocity has changed from 2 meters to 3 meters per second. So object's velocity has changed, and if the velocity has changed, that means it is no longer in uniform motion. But over here velocity is increasing, right? And at the third point we see that it is 5 meters per second. At the next we see it is 10 meters per second. So the object's velocity is increasing, and this physical quantity, when the velocity changes with respect to time, is called acceleration, or we can write it in the form of definition: change in velocity of an object with respect to time. With respect to time is called acceleration. It can also be written as rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity. It can also be written as rate of change of velocity, which means that the velocity is changing at a certain rate. when it is changing at rate, that means with respect to time. So we don't need to write this whole sentence. However, this statement is somewhat confusing to many of the students. That is why I gave a simpler ones, that if the velocity changes with respect to time, then it is called acceleration, or change in velocity with respect to time is called acceleration. Okay. So whenever the object is in acceleration, then the object's velocity changes, and if the object is in acceleration, it is not in uniform motion. So when the object's velocity is changing, then it is called acceleration. I hope it is clear to you, and it is given by the symbol A. Okay, it is given by the symbol A. Obviously we have the formula for it. Okay, and we will find how the acceleration of an object is changing, or what can be done to find the acceleration. Suppose we have a certain object at point A whose velocity, the object is not starting from point A. Suppose the object was already moving and then it passes through point A. We are observing the object at point A. Okay, it is not always necessary that the object is starting its journey from point A. There are many cases in which the object is already moving, but you are standing or observing the object at point A. So from point A, the object passes, and at this point when you observe the object, its velocity is 10 meters per second. And when your friend at another point B is observing, then at this point the object's velocity has changed from 10 to 20 meters per second. So object's velocity has changed, and the time the object took from point A to point B was, let's say, 2 seconds. So the object moved from point A to point B in 2 seconds, and in that 2 seconds the object or vehicle's velocity changed from 10 meters per second to 20 meters per second. Okay, so in that regards we will apply this formula with the help of definition. Change in velocity. How much the velocity has changed? How much has it changed? 10 meters per second, because it went from 10 to 20. In order to do that, this is our final point and this is our initial point. So at initial point it was 10 and at final point it is 20. The object is still moving, but for us this is final point. So we will consider point B as our final point, and in that case we will write final velocity minus initial velocity upon time taken. This is what the definition says: change in velocity of an object with respect to time. That is what we have done. Final velocity minus initial will give you the change. With respect to time, it is called acceleration. Now we have symbols for every single thing. Okay, so for speed we had S, for speed, for D distance it was D. Okay, in the same way we had S once again for displacement, if you remember. For velocity we had V. Now we will bring a little twist in this. This V is considered for velocity final, that is final velocity, and U is written as velocity initial, so that it is little bit easy for us. When we are just talking about velocity or average velocity, we will use V, but when we are talking about acceleration, then we will always take U as initial and V as final. So in general cases, if you are finding the velocity, then V, but for this formula we will use V as final velocity, and T is obviously for time taken. A is acceleration. So the formula becomes A is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity upon time taken. This is your formula for finding the acceleration of an object. Now let me remind you something. We all have used vehicles, our cars or bikes. We use the accelerator to increase the speed, you remember? That is why that when you're pulling the wire of your vehicle, that is actually called accelerator, because it is increasing the velocity, it is increasing the acceleration. The velocity is increasing, your bike or the vehicle becomes in acceleration or accelerated motion, and that is why that is called accelerator. I hope it is clear to you. Okay, so speed, s is distance, s is speed, d is distance, s is displacement, v as final velocity, u as initial velocity, t as time taken, a is acceleration. Now obviously we will have unit for this, because this is final minus initial, this is still velocity, and the unit for velocity is meter per second, and unit for time is second, right? Unit for time is seconds. So this second, which is in numerator, will come down and it will become meter upon second into second. So finally what you get is meter per second square. So the unit of acceleration is meters per second square. Always remember this. The SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. So just like when you write for velocity as meters per second, in the same way acceleration is written as meters per second square. I hope it is clear to you. Now I will give you a few questions for you to solve as a part of your homework. Okay students, so I have a couple of questions for you like before. These are quite simple for you. If you check my previous videos and follow the formulas, you can find the answer for these questions. It is pretty easy. The first one is, an object travels 14 meters in 2 seconds and another 16 meters in 2 seconds. Find its average speed. So it is given that we have objects that is traveling 14 meters in 2 seconds and it is traveling another 16 meters in another 2 seconds. Find the average speed. So you are supposed to find the average speed of an object. If you remember how to find the average speed, use the formula from before. Finding the average speed, that is total distance upon total time. In the same way, the next question, which is related to the recent topic, acceleration, that we studied, starting from a stationary point. So it is said that the object is starting from a stationary point. So it is starting its journey from a point and then increasing its velocity. Okay, starting from a stationary point, a car attains the velocity of 36 kilometers per hour in 10 seconds. Find its acceleration. Okay, so the main thing over here is that the question is given, the velocity is given in 36 kilometers per hour. So you will have to convert this in meters per second. I taught you that before, multiplying kilometers by 1000 to make it in meters, and upon dividing it by hours, that is 1 into 60 into 60. We are converting hour into 60 minutes and into 60 seconds. If you check the previous video, you will understand how to solve it. Okay, and over here the time is given as 10 seconds. So that is, you don't need to do anything. You simply have to apply the formula for the acceleration. Now obviously the object is starting from a stationary point, so the car is starting from this point. So its initial velocity is 0 meters per second. So this is the hint that I will give you. So acceleration formula is v minus u upon t. So it is said that the car attains the velocity of 36 kilometers per hour. So we are to assume that this velocity is the final velocity. So the final velocity is given to you. Final velocity v is 36 kilometers per hour. You will have to convert that into meters per second, but the initial velocity is a hint from me, that is 0 meters per second, because it is starting, it is not having any velocity. So when it is starting from point A, then its velocity is 0 meters per second. Okay, and finally time t is also given to you in 10 seconds. I hope it is clear to you students. We will revise once again what we studied today. Acceleration is the change in the velocity of an object with respect to time. Okay, or you can say the rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Its SI unit is meters per second square. We will talk more about acceleration in the next video, because it is also having subdivisions like before. Like motion, we had uniform motion and non-uniform motion. In the same way, for acceleration also we are having uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. So we'll talk more about that in the next video. Have a good day.